New hairstyle. Hi everyone, it's me, Five Nights at Freddy's FNAF. Goodbye, father. Luke, I'm your father. No! Oh my gosh, this is from Star Wars.
Bit by bit, we've been working to solve Security Breach before its launch, and so far I feel pretty darn good about what we've concluded. The reappearance of Glitch Trap and the dual nature of Vanny seem all but confirmed. The repurposing of the toy animatronics still feels very much possible. Even some of my bigger swings have wound up being home runs.
Huh! Well,
wait for it.
That's explicit. Real quick, Music Man, FNAF. There's a couple like evidence pieces or like loose threads that I keep in the back of my head.
It's getting the point. Wait for it.
Hold it until a point where it becomes useful. Music Man is one of those. So to suddenly see a character with 6 legs and clown gloves, this is the closest thing that connects. I would assume, because anything that usually has a lot of legs like this is able to climb walls and climb ceilings, I wouldn't be surprised to see this be attacking you from the ceiling or a wall.
3 weeks later.
Oh! Oh! Yes! I called it! Let's go! Music Man!
So we've talked about the villains, we've talked about the animatronics, we've talked about the plot. Today, with a month left before release, it's time to talk about how this whole thing is gonna end.
Huh? Wow. Oh my god, there's so much code in between.
Hello Internet, welcome to Game Theory.
Oh my gosh, that intro was awesome. Hello Internet, welcome to Game Theory. Hi.
Show that critics describe as Vanny-tastic. Before we begin, a quick reminder that 1 week from today, Tuesday, November 30th, is our big and final charity live stream benefiting St. Jude. It is the single biggest YouTube collaboration of the year. 50
big collaboration
creators across 9 hours. Wow. We have everything from Markiplier doing trumpet solos and Dawko doing contortions to Corpse Husband reading children's books and Dream getting dunked on in Squid Game. There's even giveaways that you can win with your donations. Pixel 6s, OLED switches, even special Security Breach merch that was sent to us directly from Steel Wool Studios. And it's all dedicated to treating children with cancer and then passing those treatments along so that anyone else affected with cancer can benefit. Which
alright, you have to show that footage shot before March 2020 because of the global pandemic, so...
Gotta say, all of us know someone who's been affected by cancer, and when you're a dad, hearing that a child has gotten that awful diagnosis makes it hit even harder. So if you want to be a part of the biggest YouTube collab of the year and a day full of fun and charity, make sure you're here next Tuesday, November 30th. Can we cross $1 million in 9 hours? I'll need your help to get there, so hit the button that you see on screen right now to ensure you're notified when it goes live.
Yes, thank you so much. Please have a heart, do your part. Thank you so much. And do remember to help support the cause. Thank you. Save life.
September, Steel Wool Studio has been hyping up the upcoming release of FNAF Security Breach by releasing short clips of an old Freddy Fazbear cartoon called Freddy and Friends on Tour.
Freddy and Friends on Tour.
These 4 uploads, styled like an old Hanna-Barbera cartoon like 1969 Scooby-Doo or 1958's Yogi Bear, have been a huge source of information about this upcoming game, with each one hiding a frame or 2 screenshot of an existing animatronic in the middle of the episode, as well as the more focused reveal of a new animatronic towards the end. So, hidden in the middle of episodes, you see glitches showcasing Chica, Roxy Wolf, Monty Gator, our security guard from the game's first teaser, but now with yellow eyes, and these creepy bots, which we later learn in the game's trailer appear to be the service bots that are wandering around the Security Breach's mall complex. Meanwhile, at the end of each video, you had the reveal of the Sun and Moon guy, Evil Vanny, and of course,
Music Man!
There's
I like it, it's like a sun and moon, yeah! Pokemon reference. And also, Music Man! I like it that MATPAT is being so hyped about it.
Even the reintroduction of Glitch Trap, who, in the final video, can be found by piecing together the upload's 20 purple and yellow glitches kinda like a puzzle. Probably one of the coolest ideas for a teaser reveal that I've ever seen, and honestly, just a really smart callback because, based on the YouTube description for these videos, these things are coming from the Fazbear Entertainment Archive. And what are we doing with these old tapes? We're assembling them. Just like we saw with FNAF VR, where assembling the tapes also assembled Glitch Trap. So, yet again, we assemble a series of tapes, the glitches get stronger, upload after upload, and boom, Gold Bunny make people go bye-bye. I don't know if they meant this intentionally or not, but still.
Makes people go bye-bye.
Cool detail. And then, just a couple weeks ago, the actual trailer came out and confirmed a lot of what we were seeing. There's all the animatronics, there's the creepy service bots, there's Music Man! We know
That's me! Oh my god, it's gonna be a meme. It's like, Music Man!
basically everything that's in this game because we've seen basically everything that's been teased. Well, except for one thing. Through all the reveals and teasers and trailers, one thing remains a mystery. There is still one teased item that hasn't been revealed, and that is a tentacle monster. You heard that right. At the end of Fazbear and Friends episode 1, we get this, a sliding tentacle slithering across the screen. And you know it's a big deal because it's simultaneously the first thing they tease, but also the last thing that they're keeping secret. In fact, based on details from the trailer, as well as new clues that have come to light in other parts of the FNAF universe, I not only think I know what that is, but also the whole ending sequence of this game.
To be honest, I genuinely very respect the production team for having this kind of ideas to have trailers, for teasers, to actually keep up the hype for this content. It's just amazing.
This one is a biggie and feels like once again I am swinging for the fences. But if it proves to be true, well, let me tell ya, I'll be even more excited than this.
Music Man!
And speaking of things that get you more hyped than seeing your favorite reject animatronic make his triumphant return, let me just remind you that new FNAF wear and Theory wear are available right now for the holidays. Live out your wildest fantasies in this awesome glam rock Freddy denim jacket, but look out, someone's watching your back. Or if black isn't your color, how about something a bit brighter, like the satin jacket with pink and cyan highlights. It's warm, it's cozy, and it's covered in embroidered patches. The only thing it doesn't have are totally rad lasers to go with it. Pew 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 pew. There's also the option of short or long sleeve t-shirts for all your favorites, from Monty to Vanny and everyone in between. Meanwhile, for all the rest of you theorists, we got the drip that'll make your friends go sheesh. Like this jogger set. You'll be camouflaged at your next chess club meeting in stylish black and white with a comfortable slim leg fit. It's sleek enough to wear outdoors and look cool in public, but warm and soft enough for all the indoor antisocial cuddling you could possibly want. Speaking of soft and cuddly, Theory Blanket. That's all I have to say, Theory Blanket. You and your cats will love it. And if you're looking for more to keep you warm this chilly winter, wrap yourself in the big ol' hug that is this diamond quilted Game Theory jacket and this embroidered Game Theory beanie. Perfect for the wet weather or just a cold basement that you want to keep cold because you don't want to run up your heating bill. Who knows, maybe that's just me and Steph. Best of all, we have everything in stock right now, which means it's all ready to ship out with no shortages or delays. That means you get it ASAP for yourself or whoever you're gifting it to. Instant gratification for the win. So go get your FNAF wear or Theory wear by using the link down in the description or the merch shelf below as YouTube continues to try and train you to use their platform as a one-stop shop for all your consumerist needs. Now then, let's talk tentacles. Across the series.
Oh my gosh! Well then, now let's talk tentacles. Yep,
There's only ever been one character associated with long, slimy black tentacles, and
long, slimy, black tentacles.
that is Nightmarion, the Nightmare Puppet, who came out as part of the Halloween update for FNAF 4 way back when I still had hopes that this series would end with 4 games. Oh, what a fool I was. And who we more recently saw in FNAF VR's Night Terrors minigame. This thing is like a hentacle that is just waiting to happen. Probably a hentacle that's already happened, to be honest.
Okay, so please stop. 停止。やめてください。Thank you so much.
But I dare not look in that direction. So when you see a tentacle sliding across a staticky screen, immediately your mind is gonna jump to this character.
No, immediately I'm thinking of wholesomeness, family friendly. Thank you so much.
And from a story standpoint, this would also make some level of sense. I mean, William Afton is back in the form of Glitch Trap, so presumably the puppet, this protector of lost souls that stands opposed to him, would try its best to come along for the ride too in an effort to thwart him once more. One problem with all this though, Nightmarion isn't canon. I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's complicated. Go figure, it's FNAF. Big surprise there. You see, Nightmarion's original appearance in FNAF 4's Halloween update is not canon. Something confirmed by Scott a long long time ago before that DLC launched. Its appearance in FNAF VR, on the other hand, is canon, but not in the way you think. This is because FNAF VR is itself a video game produced by Fazbear Entertainment, so Nightmarion in the world of FNAF is no better than Mario, or Master Chief, or a Slender Man. It's a video game character, and as far as we know, that's it. It's not an actual active part of the real world lore in that universe. And you see, it's the lore that provides us another problem here. Canonically, the puppet is burned away. Its spirit is released in the fire that happens at the end of Pizzeria Simulator. And unlike Afton, who created a digitized version of himself hidden in a video game, something tells me that the puppet wasn't coding C++ in between giving gifts, giving life. As the last nail in the coffin here, the
C++, not sure if you know, is computer code. I really like it that this kind of nerd reference, I can get it. It's just awesome.
tentacle that we see at the end of Freddy and Friends is missing its signature white stripes. Are there ways to bring the puppet back? Sure, Puppet Mask didn't fully burn away and was found in the wreckage of the FNAF 6 pizzeria, so it's still infused with the agony of Charlie in order to fight against Afton one final time, whatever. But honestly, I think there's evidence to suggest a better candidate for that tentacle, Baby. So the final Fazbear Frights book just came out, number 11, Prankster, and with it came the chance to look back across the whole collection and analyze what Easter eggs were there to help solve the game lore. One big takeaway from the series, we now absolutely know what was inside the FNAF 4 box. It was a person. Don't at me about this one. This is undeniable at this point, and nothing you say is gonna change my mind about it. Here's why. In Prankster, we get this line during the finale, quote, Jake had found the real homeless girl that Eleanor replaced. As a quick aside here and reminder, Eleanor is this book's stand-in for Baby. The real girl had been locked in a trunk in the abandoned building where Jake had originally found Eleanor.
Locked in the trunk. Coincidence?
Now, this one instance alone wouldn't be enough to make me 100% sure about this, but they repeat it twice. Earlier in the same stretch of like 20 or so pages, the exact same thing happens again, only this time it's Eleanor that's locked in the box waiting to pop out. And if those two times weren't enough for you, in the final FNAF novel, The Fourth Closet, Baby hides a person inside of a large chest and then goes to steal their identity. Quote from this book, John moved to a large green chest, the paint almost entirely worn off. There was no lock. John knelt beside it, found the handle and heaved it open, then shuddered, falling back and pushing himself away. Jessica, he gasped, moving back to the chest and leaning over it. Jessica. What, John? I'm trying to listen. It's Charlie, he said hoarsely, in the chest. So 3 times in the various books of this franchise have we opened up a chest to find some person resting inside. That alone would be enough to be a trend, but the similarities in these situations continue. Not only does this very odd and very specific thing happen in both Fazbear Frights and the Silver Eyes novels, but both times the person inside the box is Charlie the puppet, or whatever her equivalent is in that universe. In The Fourth Closet, it's Charlotte, daughter of the genius animatronic inventor Henry, who tragically loses his young girl and
Charlie.
then tries to rebuild her using robots. And over in Fazbear Frights, the homeless girl in the box is named Renelle. Stop me if this starts to sound familiar, but she's the daughter of genius inventor Dr. Telbert, who tragically loses his young girl and then tries to keep her alive by inventing Remnant. I'm just saying, whether you like it or not, it just seems like the books are trying real hard to tell us the solution to this one. And that's not a theory. That is me just literally calling attention to a repeated pattern in the books. Anyway, with the final Fazbear Fright,
It's just a coincidence.
it comes the ending to the Stitch Wraith story that I've been yammering on about for the better part of 2 years. And for good reason. This one story, told in short chunks at the end of each novel, has contained some of the biggest lore reveals of any piece of media this franchise has ever produced. It was this story that really strengthened my belief in Golden Freddy having 2 souls inside of him. It's also the one that gives us that scene that we just talked about with the box. It even has a lore dump in the final pages where they just outright define what Remnant is. So that's why it really caught my attention when Baby started to do something that was completely out of character, shooting long black tentacles out of her body. Quote from the book, her eyes bulged, black tentacles shot from her mouth, from her fingers, from her toes. The slimy black vines climbed up the walls and slithered over the floor. Tentacles flew from her and wrapped around his face. Yeah, that's new. So,
Okay, that's new and scary. Please don't.
We have ourselves Baby, an animatronic that can transform into a believable copy of any person, now also able to erupt into blood tentacles. Yeah, the tentacles are made from black blood. Sorry if I didn't mention that before, but yep. But there's another reason I think Baby's our tentacle monster. It's because I think she's actually our big bad of the game, the one who is really pulling the strings here. You see, back in April, I did
pulling the strings. Reminds me of the Avengers, who are Ultron. That's right, Avengers Ultron.
3 short mini-theories on Security Breach, with one focused on exactly this topic, the return of Elizabeth Afton. At the time, it was a mini-theory for a reason. It was just a hunch with a teeny bit of evidence, but now that evidence is starting to pile up faster than dead bodies in a pizzeria. And to understand why, we have to make one more trip to the books. At the midway point of our Stitch Wraith story, we have our Golden Freddy spirit stand-ins having to equip themselves with the puppet mask in order to fight against a giant 15-foot trash rabbit called the Afton Amalgamation. You're not stroking out, friends. That is the unironic words printed onto real paper and produced en masse for readers to consume.
Let me just pronouncing it, right? Afton Amalgamation.
You hear that? Shakespeare is rolling in his grave as we speak. Basically, Afton's spirit had possessed a lot of different objects, and those all fused together with trash in order to form a giant garbage Godzilla. Back when I wrote that theory, I had this to say. I am not gonna sit here and say that we will at some point in this series be forced to fight a giant trash bunny possessed by a serial killer. But now, 7 months later, things have changed, and yeah, I am gonna sit here and say that we will at some point in the series be forced to fight a giant trash bunny possessed by a serial killer.
Does it mean that MATPAT can actually predict the future? Huh, interesting.
Yep, the series about pizzeria-themed murders has decided that giant garbage rabbit kaiju is the next logical step in the story that they feel it wants to tell. I am so tired. Now, if this was a normal FNAF game, then no. Of course, there's no giant trash monster. But this is anything but a normal FNAF game. First, we know that Security Breach will have boss battles. This is confirmed on the PlayStation blog article covering the game. And if these moments of Monty Gator from the trailer don't look like a boss battle intro sequence, then I don't know what does. Reminds me of the American Gladiators game Assault. We also know that the game's primary mechanic is climbing into Freddy's oversized birthday cake hatch to pilot him around like a mech suit. You don't just include a mecha suit like that in your game if all you're doing with it is stealthing around a mall.
Okay, so case in point, there will be a kaiju, and then there'll be that giant monster, and then there'll be a mech suit. So it's like Power Rangers. We fight against them in a Megazord. Yeah.
You insert that sort of stuff in order to punch serial killers in the face. But you know what seals the deal for me is the trailer. Throughout the Freddy and Friends teaser images, we've seen pictures of the animatronics all cracked and broken. Are they corrupted by Afton? Maybe we destroy them over the course of the night? It's a weird little detail. But then the trailer goes and shows us a bit more. We see this scene of a broken Chica that's attacking us in a tunnel made from garbage. Now that is a bizarre setting for a game that's set in a mall and, according to the PlayStation Store, the sewers underneath the mall. Trash is just everywhere. So is this the game that's finally given us what we've all been demanding? Hashtag justice for trash in the gang? Or is it something more? Remember what I said about the broken version of the animatronics that we keep seeing in the trailers? Well, one of the main components of Trash Afton are the pieces and parts of other ruined animatronics. I wouldn't be surprised if the final boss battle of the game is against a giant amalgamation of all the other animatronics combined, which in turn strengthens the Baby theory. You see, in the books, yet again, Trash Afton is described as weak. In fact, it's so important that they decide to say it twice. First in book 6, and then again in book 11.
No, I'm still thinking of the fact that are they seriously going with the lore of fighting a huge monster fight? Like, seriously? Okay, I'm quite curious, but seriously?
In reality, it's actually Eleanor that's powering the whole thing. So if we do in fact descend down into a landfill to fight a giant trash rabbit kaiju, the one really pulling the strings will be the black blood tentacles of the shape-shifting Baby. But there's one last thing worth mentioning, and that's this game's return to the first ever pizzeria, Fredbear's Family Diner. Dawko recently did a live stream to benefit our St. Jude campaign. Dawko, you're an amazing and wonderful person. Thank you for your support. But whenever there's a Dawko charity stream, you know that close behind is gonna be some FNAF teasers, and Steel Wool did not disappoint. They sent him a series of posters including these 3 from Fredbear's Family Diner, the original pizzeria mentioned way back in FNAF 2.
I'm gonna try to contact the original restaurant owner. I think the name of the place was Fredbear's Family Diner or
Fredbear Family Diner.
something like that. It was closed for years, though. I doubt we'll be able to track anybody down.
Okay.
Now, the existence of these posters alone is pretty sus, considering game developers don't have the bandwidth to spend a lot of time on artwork that isn't getting used in your actual game. What's even weirder, though, is that the new Freddy and Friends teasers also revisit what appears to be the first pizzeria in Episode 2, based on the building's small size, red and white striped awnings, and wooden interior. But all of that, coupled with the descent into a landfill-looking area, leads me to believe that the mall is built on top of the original Fredbear's Family Diner location. We've
Again?
actually seen a lot of this before throughout the series. In both Sister Location and the Twisted ones, we have large underground warehouses constructed under existing buildings and businesses. And again, in the Silver Eyes, we see Charlie and the gang breaking into a giant mall, read also Pizzaplex, built around one of the earliest pizzeria locations. Even FNAF VR ended with the scene of Glitch Trap beckoning us to the back room where we then went out the side door towards Security Breach's mall in the middle of being constructed. Long story short, there is a constant running theme of old places being connected to and buried under new, flashier establishments.
New flashier.
So, us going down a trash tunnel in the trailer, passing old wrecked versions of the animatronics, we have to be headed somewhere. Why not the first ever location, where Glitch Trap would be at his strongest, would be able to be resurrected into the nightmare hand that we saw at the end of the first teaser, notice those fingers, and eventually form into the trash monster that we fight. So that, my friends, is the wild prediction I have for the final act of this game. You descend into the sewers and eventually wind up in tunnels of trash under the building, which eventually leads to the site of the first ever diner, Fredbear's Family. Here, where his powers are strongest, Glitch Trap leaves Vanny's body and regains his own. We hop into our Mecha Freddy for a boss battle to knock him around a bit, and desperate, he absorbs all the ruined animatronics and trash around him. We destroy him yet again, only to reveal the black tentacles. It was Baby all along. Cue the next game and subsequent 20 installment book series.
For next 20 installment book series. 20 installment book series. It was Elsa all along. Oh no, different. It was Baby all along. Yeah.
But hey, these animatronics may be horrifying, but not everything that's made of metal has to be. That's where our sponsor Displate comes in. Their metal posters are a step above the rest when it comes to quality. We've all seen how long Springtrap's been around for, and how many fires he's survived. It just goes to show how durable metal is, and Displate's metal posters are no exception. Plus, you don't need 6 hands like Music Man to hang them up either. Displate has made the process super simple with their special magnets. Just stick them onto the wall, and your posters will stay there. No messing around with drywall anchors or screws or
Batman!
holes in the wall. Just a one-size-fits-all method that's so easy even a blood tentacle could do it. And all of this is without even mentioning how gorgeous they are. Displate's prints are high quality and come in lots of different styles and colors. They're a really great way to brighten up your living room, your home office, your abandoned pizzeria. Displate has got millions of different designs to fit whatever aesthetic you want. I personally love the designs that they've got for classic video game franchises like Mario, Zelda, and Minecraft. Some of them are so 80s-tastic they'd fit perfectly into Security Breach. For our latest purchase, I actually picked up some from Among Us, Portal, Squid Game, and just a random, fun, colorful design that I thought would fit really well in her house. But whatever fandom you're a part of, or heck, whatever vibe you're going for, Displate has got something that's gonna suit you, your style, and help you express that passion in a new, dynamic, vivid way. So if you fancy leveling up the look of your home, click the link in the description below to get a massive discount off your order at checkout. But it's only available for a limited time, so you better act fast. Once again, go to the link in the description to get a special discount only for us theorists and see what amazing designs you find that can make your house into a home. And as always, remember, my friends, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.
That's nice. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you find this video very interesting to watch. If you do like this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and comment down below if you have anything to share with us. Don't forget to follow my channel and sincerely appreciate all of the support and encouragement for my work. Thank you so much and I hope to see you in the next video. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Thank you. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah.